Discrimination and Disparities is a book by Thomas Sowell that examines the differences in outcomes between different demographic groups. He uses data and analysis to explain why some groups outperform others in a variety of areas, such as employment and education. He argues that these disparities are not the result of discrimination, but rather a result of other factors such as culture, values, and incentives. Sowell begins his book by discussing the history of discrimination in the United States, noting that while some forms of discrimination have been illegal for many years, other forms are still present today. He then argues that the disparities between certain groups are not due to discrimination, but rather to other factors such as culture, values, and incentives. He examines the evidence for this claim, including data on education, income, and employment. Sowell then looks at the role of government in addressing disparities and argues that government action can often be counterproductive. He argues that government policies should be focused on providing equal opportunity rather than attempting to achieve equal outcomes. He also argues that affirmative action policies often result in unintended consequences, such as decreased minority employment. Finally, Sowell argues that individuals should focus their efforts on improving their own skills and qualifications rather than relying on government action to reduce disparities. He notes that those who are most successful are those who have developed their skills the most, and that this is the best way to improve one's economic prospects. That's it. Thank you so much for tuning in.